Hello everybody and welcome to a One Piece Treasure Cruise discussion. My name is Scarface King and obviously you know what we're going to be talking about. You've seen all the blow up, you've seen all the stuff going on. We're just going to jump straight into it. Obviously if you need to know more about the situation, we'll have links to the subreddit and the articles and stuff like that. Anyway, basically there's a guy who claims to have all the rates and he is suggesting that the rates are rigged. The rates are rigged against you. Their rates are specifically rigged against whales. Now, one thing I want to say quickly, I don't necessarily think this guy's information is legit, but I'm going to talk throughout this video as if it is, as if this is fact. So, let's get started. First things first, to all the people out there that are going on the store and giving 1-star ratings, and, you know, spamming Bandai's inbox with messages, you're going to achieve nothing, you're wasting your own time. To all the people who are spamming Reddit with new threads, who are going to other subreddits and trying to get them involved, again, you're wasting your time. I know that people feel like they've been wronged, and to an extent I sympathise with you. But to a much larger extent, I say, we've been, you know, making videos and streaming for a very long time, and it has been a generally acknowledged thing that rates on global are worse. And you can ask other streamers, you can ask other people that play the game, the rates on global are worse than Japan. And that's not including the guaranteed red poster and the guaranteed gold multis and all that stuff. Just in general, the rates are worse. So to all the people who, you know, stood by Global through thick and thin, you were warned. First off, you were warned. You have been warned for years. We have been saying that Global smells for such a long time now. Back when we used to just stream and we didn't have YouTube channel, we didn't have this YouTube channel, we were saying Global smells, don't play Global. That was a long time ago. Now, obviously, there's some people that can't go over the language barrier, and there's some people that have invested a lot of money in Global. If you invested a lot of money in Global, sucks to be you. Try and get a refund. If you're one of the people who can't go over the language barrier, and you're going in these Reddit threads and you're, you know, thumbing it down in the store, giving it a 1-star rating, and you're commenting on people's YouTube videos on it, and, you know, all this stuff. If you have the time to do this, you have the time to check OPTC-EV. You have the time to check Reddit. You have the time to jump into people's streams and YouTube videos and ask questions about what units do and what events are going on. You don't need the game to be in English. It's, you know, all the information is already there. And I get that it's a little bit of a hassle, you know, switching between whatever. But once you learn a certain amount, you don't need to keep switching between. You just do it. It becomes part of your routine. Check Reddit, see if there's any new news. If not, go on the game, play the game. It's all good. No issues. I haven't had any issues doing this. I've been doing it for like, I think my Japan account has 700 and something days. Haven't had a problem. Just, it's easy. Another thing is, everything is better on Japan. You know, people say, oh, you know, you always say the grass is greener on the other side. It is. The grass is greener. They have to show you their rates. They give you guaranteed gold and guaranteed red multis. They give you tons of events with like double EXP, with increased drop rate goodies, with we've got this whole new limit break system going on. They keep on talking about new game modes and new goodies coming in the next month. We're getting a free legend for like the second time, not including all the event free legends that you can get from rankings and whatever. There's so much good stuff going on. But okay, say you don't care about the content. You think, oh well, it'll come to global in the end. What you're really annoyed about is not the game itself, but the feeling of being betrayed, that the rates were rigged in some way. Well, this for me breaks off into two parts, right? If you are a whale and you feel betrayed, and you're inclined to believe what's written, you feel like this is not okay. Okay, you should send an email to Bandai and you should ask for a refund, because if that is the case, what's written, then, you know, you have been wronged in a way. If you are not a whale and you've invested money in the game, and you feel betrayed because the units are rigged so that better units have worse rates. Of course they do, idiot. What are you, crazy? They're going to give you the best units so easily? Of course when they release a new legend, they're not going to give it to you easy, especially when it's Neko Mamashi. Are you crazy? Okay, look. While I'm not a big fan of Neko Mamashi, I can put other bullshit aside and say he is one of the best legends in the game. Striker class was a pile of shit until it started getting its like new generation striker leaders. And now we've got so many good ones, including Neko Mamashi, who is a beast. And the Zobatches in general are fantastic. So people complain about that. They complain about Neko Mamashi and Kanjuro having lower rates. Or was it Kinemon? Maybe it was both, I don't know. But they complain about them having lower rates. Okay. If you went into a casino, if you went into a arcade, if you were playing video games on like console or PC, you were playing Counter-Strike, you were playing FIFA Ultimate Team, you were playing anything like that. Anywhere where there's some kind of gambling RNG mechanism, you know? Opening packs, opening cases, opening crates, you know, anything like that. The rarer items, the classified as better items, have a worse chance of being pulled. You have a lower chance of getting a Dragon Lord than probably most other guns in Counter-Strike. You have a lower chance of getting Pele than you have most other players in FIFA. Well, not so much this year, because of the way they've changed the mechanics and they've got the... That's not important. I'm talking about, you know, if you go back to like when Legends first came out, Pele was borderline extinct for 3 to 6 months. He was so hard to get simply because the maximum cap for the market, the maximum you could put a card up for, was 15 million. And there were so few of him, and so many, you know, big boys with lots of coins wanted him, that his value was essentially higher than 15 million. And this was, you know, this was a problem. People couldn't get their hands on it. It's the same with Counter-Strike and the Dragon Lore. It's worth so much if you get a souvenir Dragon Lore that you physically can't sell it on the market without it going instantly at the market cap, because it's worth more than that. So let's look at the issue on One Piece. People seem genuinely annoyed that units that are good, units that are better than the average unit, have a lower chance of being pulled. Global never lied to you. Global never told you that you had a better chance of pulling them. So why did you think that? I can see why you feel like you might have been misled into thinking it or something like that, but the bottom line is, older legends that are, you know, I mean, if you watch me and Terry's videos, you'll know this. Sometimes there will be rate ups, and they are legitimate rate ups, and you can see it, you can feel it, just by the units you are pulling. And sometimes the quote-unquote rate up will only apply to certain units, and it kind of says who's rated up. You can kind of, you know, you can kind of get a feel for it. If there's a new legend and it's a good legend, your chance of pulling them is going to be low. Fact. Bottom line. Fact. I'm pretty sure the same can be said about Japan. I know they have to display the rates and stuff, but I feel like it's still the case. I don't know. I'm not accusing Bandai of anything here, but that's just, you know, that's how it feels. And on Global, well, it's a fact. That's just how it is. Your chances of pulling Whitebeard and pulling Shanks and pulling Rayleigh and pulling Boa are so much higher than pulling actually, you know, useful legends, new legends. If you watch our old videos, you might remember a video where Terry... Well, I mean, it wasn't just one video. It was like a streak of about 6 or 7 videos in a row where Terry pulled Dupe Boa, Dupe Shanks, Dupe Boa, Dupe Bartolomeo. I think he got another Dupe Boa. Like, he was pulling reds, but they were awful. They were units he either already had or were useless to him. And I think in one event he pulled like 2 reds, and it was the first time he'd got a red in like a month, and he got Bartolomeo and Log Luffy in the same multi, and he obviously already had both of them. Now, obviously, to some people, Bartolomeo would be a great unit, and so would Boa. But to us, they're fucking useless. They're fucking useless. And that's okay, because it's, to me, pulling a red, I always say, don't get your hopes up, because it might be a dupe. It will probably be a dupe. And, you know, it's something I've become accustomed to. I'm used to pulling the unit. You know, do you know, I've pulled Boa a bunch of times, Shanks a bunch of times, Crocodile a bunch of times. I pulled a couple of Mihawks, I pulled a couple of Jinbeis, but I've also pulled a couple of Zoros, and I pulled a couple of time skip Luffys, and, you know, actually I pulled like, I suppose technically 3 time skip Luffys. So, like, you know, there's like a 50-50 between luck and bad luck, but that's on Japan. On Global, when I started Japan, on Global I had no legends, and I carried on that account for like 6 months of my Japan account, and the only legend I pulled was Marco, and that was it. On Japan I have 20 legends, and I've probably had about 40 if you include dupes. The rates are just better. They are just better on Japan, and Japan is in general much nicer to its fan base. I'm not saying people should throw their global accounts in the bin, but give Japan a try. Just do it. What do you have to lose? I know there's like the stigma attached to the idea of having to start the whole thing again, but it really won't take you that long to breeze through all the story mode. You can either re-roll for a legend, or you can just pick up the units we've got already, or do whatever you want. You can go to the giveaway threads, there are legends there too. You have utilities like Reddit and the Twitch streams and OPTC-DB that can help you cruise through all the content in the game, and you can get tons of good units, and then you can go and do the harder content. I honestly think people starting today, as of me uploading this video, going out, getting a, you know, either a giveaway legend or even just a no legend account, jumping in, beating the content in the game, getting ready to pour on that Lucy Sugo Fest. I honestly think an account that started today will be able to beat that new Lucy Coliseum. I genuinely believe that if you put the hours in. We don't know how hard it is yet though, so that's just a presumption. But I kind of want to end the video here. I just want to say, bottom line, all the people that have an issue with Global, some of your concerns are valid, a lot of them aren't. And I think people are acting really childish about this whole thing. Point 2, don't believe everything you see written on the internet. Stupid. That's a bit harsh, but it's true. Just because someone posted something doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't matter how much it relates to your personal feelings for the game. It doesn't matter how much you go, oh, well, actually that does make sense. Just because someone made a fucking Reddit post, you just blindly believe them? Whatever. And point 3, even if it is true, it doesn't really matter anyway unless you're a whale. And how many of you are there? Global whales, you know. I don't know. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Maybe I don't know. To me, it just seems like a whole fucking mess. Anyway, if you are going to be playing OPTC Japan, check out OPTC-DB. Check out the subreddit. Check out all the big streamers. Check out Boris's site, yolopool.com, I think it is. Check out the Twitter accounts, especially Japan Uber Allies. Don't forget, also, we have a website. It hasn't got any OPTC content on it, but we have a website, so shameless plug for that. And that's about it. That's about all I can get out. That was a full stream of consciousness rant. I didn't write anything down, so I don't know how well that came out. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. If you have something to say, write in the comments, or tweet me, or Discord, or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.